Stop. Breathe. Pretend, for a second, you don't belong to any political team. Then, a president publicly ordered the DOJ to arrest his rivals, with no pushback. Who will protect you if he decides you are now a rival? Because you voice your opinion on farmers needing desperate help because of the tariffs the president implemented. Okay, then watch this in that same light.
To come.
There'll be others. I mean, they're corrupt.
Comey has been the target of Trump's ire for nearly a decade.
Within hours of President Donald Trump publicly pressing his attorney general to move now on enemies, the Justice Department indicted James Comey. And Trump went on camera and said, "There will be others." Would you cheer these orders if Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, or Gavin Newsom gave them? When you cheer Trump on, you are also giving a full-throated endorsement that this behavior is acceptable and expected. Let that sink in. Here's what's happening inside the Made in China MAGA hat. A career Republican U.S. attorney who didn't see a case resigned under pressure. And I know the excuse by top researchers in the MAGA community that any Republican who thinks for themselves and does not blindly do what Trump tells them, they are a rhino. I thought MAGA like free thinkers. Guess not. In comes a brand new interim. And if you think Trump would hire his personal attorney, then you know Trump. Lindsay Halligan, a Trump DEI hire with zero prior prosecutorial experience, who files charges in days written in crayon. This is what politicized justice looks like. Not a shadowy conspiracy or the deep state, but fire the professionals and put in cultists. If you hired your cousin who used to clean septic tanks without gloves to cater your wedding, your grandma would smack you with a chancla. Yet here we are. Notice the cognitive dissonance hack at work. For years, MAGA, you cried weaponization. Now you cheer an indictment of Trump's enemies with the promise there will be more. Next move. Change who runs the government. Trump brought back Schedule F and added a new Schedule G. In simple terms, these rules make it easier to fire long-time non-political staff and replace them with loyal political hires who answer directly to the White House. That turns neutral public jobs into team jobs across thousands of positions. I believe MAGA would call this the deep state. And just a reminder, a Democrat president will come in and do the same thing thanks to all these precedents Trump and his circus of ass clowns are creating, and MAGA is ignorantly cheering on. On the streets, the MAGA Supreme Court orders just greenlit aggressive immigration sweeps in Southern California. Cue mass operations in LA, Chicago, New York. This is all a test run to see how far Americans will let Stephen Miller's secret police go. A 79-year-old U.S. citizen says he was body slammed, detained nearly 12 hours, then released with no charges. If you want to shop or punch a clock, this isn't politics. It's whether masked armed agents confuse you for a suspect when you get into your Ford F-34 and do not think for a second all those American flags you have screaming, "Look how patriotic I am," will save you. MAGA. Just think in a couple years, you may get pulled over or taken from your job by masked agents because they think you belong to the newly classified MAGA terrorist group, identified by a Democrat president. Will you want due process then? And the MAGA megaphone? It's industrial grade. Tim Pool, the rejected South Park character, goes live with, "The arrests have begun." Benny Johnson turns a memorial into fuel for grievance politics, blaming anyone who thinks and believes differently than the cult of MAGA. That pipeline, grievance, clicks, policy, your feed. Manufacturers consent in real time. Every time MAGA influencers and Trump and his fat VP use the word "they" to blame half of American citizens for a tragic murder when I only see one suspect and he does not have blue hair, nose piercing, or cross-dresses. MAGA, you should be asking the billionaires who are poisoning us with evil algorithms to radicalize the left and the right to hate each other while they profit off unimaginable pain and suffering. Speaking of the billionaire class, Elon Musk posts a FAFO meme cheering political indictments. After months of crying about how badly Trump was treated, Biden never sent tweets or gave interviews about prosecuting Trump or any MAGA dipshit. Trump caught a case because of his shitty behavior that matches his shitty character. End of story. But because Trump has never been held to account, he spent 4 years brainwashing his supporters into thinking that if he gets in trouble, they will be next. Well, with the actions Trump has taken, if I were MAGA, I would be scared that the Democrats will do the same when they take back power. What happens if Trump's agenda is completed? Picture tourists shut out indefinitely. ICE raids normalized as the workplace becomes a war zone. A loyalty to the leader, not to the people where neutral civil servants used to be. Research in schools punished unless they toe the new national culture war line of Tylenol cause autism and fast food and Diet Coke are health foods. That's not owning the libs. Trump's owning you, your shift, your clinic wait time, your kid's classroom, and your freedom to speak and disagree. But the left does it too. Cool. Hold that thought. If you excuse this because your team benefits or Trump's tiny Cheeto is stuck in your mouth, then you just wrote the blueprint for the next Democrat president to hurt you. So let's war game this out to 2028. A Democrat wins and copies the Trump playbook. Part 1, targeted prosecutions. Patel, Bondi, and Brendan Carr. Sweeps that hit industries aligned with conservative donors. Do you still cheer, or do you remember why guardrails matter? That's the double bind. Either you want fair rules always, or you want rules for your side and not the other. Remember, you will eventually be on that other side, so pick.